running for Hollister City Council District 3 are Councilmember Dolores Morales and candidate Rosalinda Sanchez. Okay, we will begin with introductions. Candidate Sanchez, we'll go ahead with you, and you have 30 seconds to introduce yourself.
I'm Rosalinda Sanchez, and like many, I chose Hollister because of its natural beauty and small-town vibe. When I moved here, I worked in arts education, holding a degree in business and management. My passion for empowering students through arts education led me to working with local families here in Hollister on a grassroots level, helping them become more engaged in their students' academic lives. I partnered to open an arts academy here in Hollister as arts education has shown to create enthusiasm around academics.
Thank you. I'm sorry, time is up.
Thank you.
Councilmember Morales, 30 seconds to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. My name is Dolores Morales. I'm currently the council member representing District 3. Very honored to have the privilege of doing so. I'm a mother of two beautiful young men. I work as a program manager where I have the privilege of overseeing $40 million budget for the juvenile division, where I oversee legislation implementation, program development, evaluation, and our communication strategy for effectiveness. I ran because I want to improve the quality of life of our residents.
Thank you. Thank you. What's that? It did? Okay, now each candidate will receive the same question. You each have 1 minute to respond. Councilmember Morales, there has been discussion over changing Hollister from a general law city to a charter city. Which would be best for Hollister? And why? I know that's not there, but.
But why? Well, the city of Hollister is part of San Benito County and the state of California, and of course the United States. I think when we detach ourselves and become a general law, then we miss out on the opportunity of funding. And so when you have limited resources, just as the city of Hollister does, it is not to our best interest to do so. While I know that there's a lot of things that are coming down that we may not agree with, I think this is an opportunity to work collaboratively with our partners at the state level to make sure that we have mutual needs and understanding of what that might look like together.
Thank you. Thank you. Candidate Sanchez, there has been discussion over changing Hollister from general law city to a charter city. Which would be best for Hollister?
So I am going to have to pass on this question. I'm not going to pretend that I know. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to answer that question, but that is not one that I prepared for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, our next question, candidate Sanchez. What issues specific to the neighborhoods in your district are you planning to address if elected?
Well, one of the biggest ones that kept coming up as I walked the neighborhoods, specifically in the area where I live, was basically the unhoused situation. And I see this every day as a small business owner in the downtown area, as well as living in that area, and find that we definitely need more solutions around mental health. Of course, the housing crisis plays a huge role into that because people become unhoused because of the fact that they cannot afford it. What the jobs are paying does not basically match what the home prices are and rentals. So there's a lot of solutions that we need to look at in terms of mental health and programming. I'm about going to the root of the problem, which means we start with programming and work our way up. I don't believe that we Band-Aid things. We need to come up with real solutions that are sustainable.
Thank you. Councilmember Morales, what issues specific to the neighborhoods in your district are you planning to address if elected?
Well, the issues in the 11 months that I've been in office have been safety, issues with people that are speeding through our neighborhoods, and of course, our road conditions. So we've been working diligently to do sections and city areas so that it's more cost effective. Safety can be addressed in a variety of different ways with either law enforcement or just looking and setting the areas to see whether a stop sign or even strategies like they have in Willow Glen where they have flags to be able to cross the street effectively with lights so that there's more of a warning as they're walking. The other issue that our residents have shared is, of course, homelessness, so I'll share a strategy, and then also the fact that especially people who don't have to commute, they feel trapped between 11 to 1 where they don't want to leave to go to Costco or to go to anywhere else because of how long it takes to come back and forth to our city. But for homelessness, we're looking at 3 strategies, and that's to address the root causes.
Sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there. Okay. Our next question, Councilmember Morales. Can you control your? Okay. Councilmember Morales, what effect do you think the Hollister Farms big box stores will have on downtown businesses?
Did you say big bot?
Big box
Oh, big box.
stores like Target.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, sorry, I didn't understand the question. Okay, so yes, got it now. So there needs to be a balanced approach. So while I think many of us appreciate, and I even noticed on social media that people were really excited about TJ Maxx and Ross, Chipotle coming in, Target has been here. Our residents need to have local options so that they're not commuting to Gilroy or Salinas to buy some of the things. At Costco and Home Depot are one of them. So if there's an opportunity for them to be built here, great. I know that there's numbers in terms of whether it's appropriate for them to be built here or not. I think Hollister is very proud to support small businesses and to support community, and we do so effectively, I believe. So always a balanced approach.
Thank you. Thank you. All ready? Okay. All right, candidate Sanchez, what effect do you think the Hollister Farms big box stores will have on downtown businesses?
Essentially, they come with lower wages. So lower wages means that they would not be able to afford the high rents and the high mortgages that are in the area. So it's definitely important that we also recognize that we need more high-quality careers within the city limits of Hollister. This is the way that people are going to afford to stay here, live here, sustain a living here. Otherwise, as we see, gentrification has definitely been happening. It continues to happen. People are continuing to be booted out to different cities, and I'm a product of that as well, meaning coming into a different town that now I've been here for several years, but because we were priced out from where we lived. And the same thing is happening here. People are now having to go to places like Los Baños. So we definitely need more high-quality careers and not the big box stores that pay less.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now each candidate will have 45 seconds to respond to any of the points brought up by the other candidate. Candidate Sanchez, you can go ahead and begin.
I'm actually all good. Thank you.
Councilmember Morales.
I'm just going to finish my thought on homelessness. So addressing the root cause of homelessness through system and policy change, expand homelessness prevention and housing programs to meet the need, and then improve quality of life for unsheltered individuals and create healthy neighborhoods for all. 3 strategies are very simple, but implemented effectively in a variety of different jurisdictions. I think anything can be solved again with communication, collaboration, and just being able to work at a goal and be able to measure it. Thank you.
Thank you. Now each candidate will have 30 seconds for a closing statement. Councilmember Morales.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for me to speak here today. Some of my accomplishments in the 10, 11 months I've been in office was to add a city manager, assistant city manager to act as a public information officer so that there's more communication with our residents. Did contract for grant management. Also, our city manager is responsible for training and to help the overall city needs. We also added several analyst positions to be able to identify trends to help our police department look at crime effectively, look at funding, and then being able to prevent effective preventative measures for
Thank
community
you.
safety.
Thank you. Candidate Sanchez.
So when I decided to take this journey of running for office, I recall going to City Hall and getting caught in a situation where there was a cat and mouse of these 3 young men. 2 of them were running after one of them, and I was fearful for the kid because I realized they were running after him. I was caught in the middle of that and realized that as a person who works with youth, and since they are our future, we need to focus on them. This is why I ran, because I work with youth. I have solutions to be able to make sure that these sort of situations
Thank
not
you.
just become less, but where we interest them more in education and a future of running Hollister in the
Thank you,
future.
Candidate Sanchez.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.